Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope you're doing well. If you're new, welcome, and if you're revisiting, thanks for stopping by again. So today I thought I would do a quick foundation first impressions and slash review slash wear test. And the foundation in question is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 24-hour Breathable Foundation. It has SPF 18 and it's meant to be medium coverage. I have two colors, but upon closer inspection I can't really see much of a difference. I feel like maybe one might be slightly more red or slightly reddy neutrally, and the other is a bit more slightly more warmer. So the one I'm talking about that I'm saying is more warmer is the 503 Mocha, and it's that one, and this one is meant to be deep mocha, which is 504. So together, I'm not sure if you can tell if there's even a difference. I feel like they could have done a bit better by just going a little bit darker, just so there's a bit more of a distinction between the two shades. But yeah, so I've seen some good reviews about this foundation and I wanted to try it out. I have normal skin on the perimeter of my face and I have an oily T-zone. I don't tend to have a lot of issues with foundation, except that they sink to my smile lines and I get oily on my nose area and like slightly on my forehead. But apart from that, the rest of my face is actually fine. So I also have the concealers. So these are the matching concealers, and they have, I think the only thing I will say about this foundation is that I think these two are the darkest shades, which again is saying something. These, you know, they could definitely stand to go a lot darker than what you see here. And then I think with the concealer, these two might be the darkest shades as well. So the two that I have are 600 dark, which is this one, and I have 400 medium dark. And they're supposed to be lightweight medium coverage as well. They have these kind of sponge applicator tips, and let me just read what it says on the back of the concealer. It says long-lasting breathable concealer with medium coverage, helps to conceal imperfections. Cushion applicator allows for perfect blendability and touch-ups on the go. Obviously I won't be touching up my concealer on the go, I don't know who does. And then for the foundation, it says shake well before use, lightweight skin perfecting foundation with medium coverage, breathable skin technology that moisturizes for up to 24 hours with SPF 15. So in terms of it being 25 hours. So in terms of it being a 25 hour foundation, it's not about it lasting for 25 hours. It's about getting moisturization for 24 hours. I can't say 25 hours. It's about getting moisturization for the 25 hours. So yeah, so that's something to consider. It doesn't mean it's going to last, like the whole thing's going to look flawless for 25 hours. Not that anybody in their right mind would wear foundation for 25 hours. But anywho, I digress. So I've already moisturized my face. I have, if I look slightly ashy, it's because I have my my Primark PS Beach Protect Mattifying Face Cream. It's basically sunscreen. It's a moisturizer with sunscreen in it. It's SPF 30. Leaves a slightly white cast, but it's not actually that bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I've already done my normal skincare routine, and I've already primed my skin with my W7 Prime Magic primer. I'm going to do my normal foundation routine, and I'm going to use this kind of slanted buffing brush. So I will swatch both colors for you, just so you can see if they look different in person compared to what they look like in the bottle. Oh yeah, I forgot. So it doesn't have a pump. It has a kind of a massive doe foot. So this is deep mocha. Oh, it's actually a bit darker than I thought it would be. And this is mocha. Mocha is more of a goldeny undertone. Deep mocha is more of a slightly reddy. If anything, it could possibly pass for neutral, but slightly red. But yeah, so that's deep mocha and that's mocha. So I'm gonna put mocha on the side of my face here, so you can see, and deep mocha. So they look slightly warm, or shall I say daring. They look kind of orangey, but obviously once it's blended out, it might look different. So let me just blend it out and see. It's kind of blended in. Okay, so I'm gonna use a bit of mocha first. It's definitely a very lightweight foundation. It smells like skincare, like a tinted moisturizer type of thing. And you're definitely going to need concealer with this if you have blemishes like I do. So that was mocha. I think deep mocha would definitely be a little bit too dark. In fact, that's deep mocha, that's mocha. I can't tell the difference. I think I can actually use both because it's such a lightweight foundation. I'm just going to use mocha all over my face. Okay, so this is what my face looks like. Okay, so this is what my face looks like up close. It just looks really healthy. You can definitely still see my scarring. So I'm going to use my Colourpop concealer in Deep 70. It's a little bit more of a neutral tone. Because I know it's a bit more full coverage. Okay, so it's not a matte finish foundation, it's more of a natural finish, and I love the fact that my skin has a healthy glow to it. So I'm going to use the concealers and see how they are. Okay, so 400 medium dark looks like this. It's clearly too light. So dark looks like this. There doesn't seem to be much in this container. I'm not going to use a sponge because a sponge would just basically soak up all the coverage and all the concealer. So it's definitely a very lightweight, not trying too hard type of concealer. They definitely need a better shade range because that lighter shade looked a bit more pink rather than a golden type of shade. I'm going to set my face with my MUA Pro Base color correcting powder. The concealer hasn't set into my lines under my eyes too much, and it's blended in quite well, so it's nice, but obviously it doesn't have much coverage to it. And the reason I didn't use a sponge on one side of my face is basically because this is a lightweight foundation. If you use a sponge, you're going to lose coverage and it won't do much for you. So it's already a sheer type of foundation. You don't need to use a sponge. I'd say use a brush if you want to get a little bit more coverage. So I'm just going to smooth it out a bit more. And then set my face. Then I'm going to take my Banana Ultra Fine setting powder from MUA again. Then I'm going to set the rest of my face with my mixed MAC powder. I'm not using, or try not to use too much powder. And one thing I can say about the foundation is that it's set. I've already swatched this before, and when I rubbed it into my skin, it just disappeared and just set. So I really like the fact that it sets really quickly, but you do have time to work it into your skin if you're putting it on your face. Just gonna do a light contour with my Profusion palette. And then some blush, and then I will show you what my face finally looks like. Sleek Blush by 3 palette. And then for highlight, I'm using my Sleek Copperplate highlighter. I'm going to use this shade here, this one. Hi everyone, so I'm back, and it's been about an hour or so since I've had this foundation on. I like the finish. It's not exactly matte, although it doesn't promise to be. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a little bit on the red side, but if you mixed in 503 mocha with a bit of the deep mocha, I think it gives it a bit of a good balance. And also you definitely need to conceal. If you have blemishes with this foundation, you definitely need to apply concealer. So I applied some concealer to my cheeks and my chin area where I had some like old acne scars, but apart from that, everything else blended in really well. The concealer was quite nice, but I probably wouldn't buy it again because it's a bit too thin. And the foundation I'll definitely keep because it settles into your skin really nicely. Yeah, so there aren't any, and it was quite easy to blend as well. So the only other thing I've done is apply my mascara, and my mascara is, so the mascara I used was the Get Big Lashes Volume Boost mascara from Essence, and it's this one. It's one I normally use. And then on my lips I have the Revolution Pro Supreme Matte Lip Pigment in Show on the perimeter of my lips, and then I filled it in with Elevation. So this is Elevation and this is Show. And then I think I showed you the rest of my face as well. So apart from that, that is all I have on my face, and I'm just going to see how this foundation wears for the rest of the day. And I think I finished putting on the foundation around 11:30 or so. Yes, it was at around 11:30. I'm going to keep it on for about 8 hours and see how that lasts, but I hope it does last because it looks like it will. Yeah, so it looks really good on camera, it looks good on person, and it blends into your skin really well. The only thing I might see if it does is if it settles into my smile lines, because I do have quite prominent smile lines, and foundation tends to break up in there. Apart from that, everything else looks good. Until then, I will check in with you later. So yeah, I'll see you in a few hours. Bye for now. Hi everyone, so I'm back, and it's now, what time is it? It's 8:35, and that's now 9 hours later because I had this foundation on since 11:30. And as you can see, I have a bit of glow going on around the T-zone area. But something else that I really liked about the way this foundation wore is the fact that it's blended into my skin so well. Obviously with the help of powder setting, with the help of powder and the setting spray I've used, that's also helped. But I feel like the foundation from the minute I put it on really blended into my skin, because obviously it was sheer coverage anyway. But I also found that when I rubbed it into my hand before I even wore it on my skin, it rubbed in really well. So I knew it was going to be one of those foundations that blended in really well. So yeah, so this is the side profile, center, and the other side, and everything just looks really nice. I think, let me just kind of blot onto the back of my hand. There isn't really much shine at all. You can see my hand's quite dry as well. There isn't really much shine, so I think even the fact that it looks like this is probably because I'm sitting under the light on my ceiling. But yeah, it looks a little bit more glowy than it actually does in person. But I suppose what matters is what it looks like on camera. So yeah, I really like how this foundation is worn. It is a great everyday foundation, or just the type of foundation that you'd wear if you didn't want people to know you were wearing foundation. Like, this is a true no foundation type of thing. So yeah, I really liked how it's worn. I think I mentioned that it has a bit of a scent to it. It definitely has a bit of a scent, like a skincare type of scent, like you've mixed your foundation with your moisturizer type of thing. And I think that's also what it felt like when I was blending into my skin as well. So I really like how it looks. The only other thing is that it's just like slightly creasing in my smile lines, but like I said, I've seen worse, and you can even barely see it. If I didn't point it out, I wonder if you even noticed. But yeah, so up close in the camera, I could see like a tiny faint line. But apart from that, I really like this foundation. It hasn't broken up anywhere. It's just blended into my skin. I feel like this has something to do with the whole trick of mixing oil with your foundation and then just applying it to your face, and it just blends in seamlessly. I feel like that's what's happened with the natural oils on my face, basically. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's one of those foundations that's just mixed in with your natural oils, and it just looks even better. And I feel like, yeah, I definitely think it looks better as the days worn on, as my face has produced a little bit of oil. But yeah, it doesn't look too oily. Even now, I wouldn't even bother with blotting. Yeah, I definitely really like how it looks. This is a winner for me. This is a really good foundation. So yeah, I'm gonna park this wear test review first impressions here. So if you liked change of voice, that's my real voice coming through there. What you were hearing before was just my TV voice. So if you like this foundation, if you like the result, if you like my content, if you like me, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, and also hit the notification button so you don't miss another upload. And yeah, until next time, stay blessed and have a good foundation day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.